Hello everybody, it's Anne Marie, and I am here today with the YouTube hop for Scrapbooking with Me's Boutique, and I'm going to be showing you a few tricks using the Faber-Castell paper craft crayons. On my channel, I will randomly be choosing one person from my video comments to receive a $15 gift certificate to the Scrapbooking with Me Boutique. That is coming from me. Let's see, let's take a stencil. Do we want to do the circle one again? We'll just do the circle one again. And I think this time I'm going to do it because I'm going to utilize these tags up. So I'm going to do this one in a different color because I'll probably use these later. If I do any backgrounds, I keep them and utilize them. So I'm going to stick this on here. Let's do it in a crooked way so we can get some different things. And I believe I'm going to use the use white. Let's use the gray. And these are really nice because they're creamy and they twist out just like that. So you twist them. And you can sharpen these on the points of them. And you'll see I'm going to sharpen one with one of them to play around. I think this time I'm going to use this. Not sure what color this is. Does not say. We're going to use this one this time. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to color. And I believe this is black. So we're using black. Sorry about that. I thought it was a brown. And I'm just going around and I'm just coloring in these circles on each one. You can make it as light or as heavy as you want. We'll make it just a little bit. You can color with these, color in images. I really like the way they shine. They're really pretty. And I'm just going through and coloring each one. This is going to be really cool because I'm going to use a different color than the pink. Like I said, I'm probably going to use these as tags for something that I'm doing later on. I save all my backgrounds and then I'll go back to them and pull them out of the bucket. I stick them all in. And I'm just doing these half ones so it looks like it's off the page. And there you go. Then you just put that off to the side. You take your heat gun and you heat this up, heat set it. I'm just making it a bit warm. And you will see, let me put this up close before, you can see how it looks. See how it looks. And then I'm going to show you how it looks after I heat set it. So after it's heat setted, you'll see how it's all shiny now, just like a wax. And it'll act as a resist. I'm going to take some, since it's Halloween, I thought what better way to do this than to use, I'm going to use a gelato. And these crayons, these wax crayons, they work well. They interact with all of these products very well. You could use your Pip pens, you can use your gelatos. They work really well. So I thought I had here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a paint is what I'm doing. I'm going to add some water to it. I want it to be vibrant, so I'm not going to put too much water in here. I might need a little bit more color. I'm not sure. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and I'm going to go over this tag with it. And wait, you know, you need to wait for it to dry before you, but look at that. And it's over the wax crayons, but that's okay. I'm just trying to use up this. I want it to be deeper. I'm going to heat set it. Trying to use all of the orange that I had on here. So I want it to be. So then, after I wipe my mess up, I'm going to take my take down and just do a quick heat set on the gelato piece on the background to dry that up. And then I'm going to take my paper and I'm just going to wipe over just to remove the color off of the black. And then there you go, it's all shiny again and it acts as a craft resist. So there is that background, which I'm going to do. I'll probably do something fun with this sometime because it's Halloween. So I'm going to put that over to the side. So my secret word is talented. And on this one right here, very, very simple. I take a pencil sharpener and I remove the top like that. And let's see what colors we want to do. Let's do, we'll do a couple just so you can get the effect. Here's some silver. So let's do this silver and this gold. And then, let's see, I'll do some gray. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my page, or wherever I want this to be, and I'm going to make sure that my pencil sharpener is facing below. I let out enough of the crayon, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and I'm going to stick it in here. And you can see the shavings. That have fell out. And if you want, tap your top. I'm going to do just several and it will sharpen the crayons to a point. If you want to color with them, you can sharpen these. I do have the Faber-Castell pencil sharpener, and I would suggest using this. I like this. It has a universal, and then it has one for the color grip colors and stuff, and I use that one quite a bit. So then I'm going to take some of this black. It's either black or brown. I'm quite not sure. I've let out enough of it, you can see. I'm going to take this and stick it in here. And I'm going to tap it. And it's on my hand, so I'm just kind of letting it go. You can see the mixture already. And if you didn't get it all, just kind of, you can use a brush to remove the excess out of there that you didn't get. It just falls right out, just like that. And I always clean this out with a brush before I utilize it. I had already done that when I was playing with them yesterday. So I did that one. Now let's do this one. This one's a gold. It seems like this one didn't want to come out at all, so I'm going to help it out. What it is it's turning. I gotta stop it from turning. It's turning as I'm trying to cut it. It's closing it back in. But that seems to be enough anyway. And like I said, just use a brush if you can't get it out. Sometimes it gets stuck because these are very creamy. They're just soft and they're nice to use. So, you're wondering, well, I'm going to take this heat gun, it's going to go everywhere. Well, no it ain't, because instead of heating from the top, you're going to heat from the bottom. And you just take your heat gun, and you will notice how everything is going to start changing. And once it starts, it's simple. It doesn't take it long to do the rest of it. And if your hand gets too hot, just switch this around. Or you can hold it with a pair of tweezers. I'm kind of playing a little dangerous here. Sometimes I get like that. Then after you do that, if you want to do it some more, you could just come over here and run it across. And look at the effect that you get from that. Look at the three. Look at that texture. Really like the way that looks. And this one was done with the silver and the gold and the black. And it's just really cool. I love it on mixed media. Just gives a little bit more touch. You know, when you're doing the, you're taking your paintbrush and adding a little bit of water to your paint and you're flicking it. Well, this is kind of the same thing, giving that flick effect, but it's more of a, you know, with the crayons, you can't do that. So, what you're doing is you're just shaving it off and putting it on the card. So, there's that one. And then on the last one, and I will save those, and I'll come back and show you what I do create with those cards later on. Like I said, I do save them and utilize them on mixed media backgrounds or any projects. I don't waste them after I make them. I do use them. So, now what we're going to do is we're going to play with this little tulip iron. You get these anywhere. They're not very expensive, I think $10. But they're a ribbon. You can use them to flatten ribbon or anything. Very easy to clean. Just be careful. They are hot. Oops. I've got my craft mat here, so I'm good to go. I'm just going to move this acrylic block out of the way. And I am going to get a piece of glossy paper, cardstock. And to begin with, I think, let me put these over here so I am working correctly. To start off with, I think I'm going to start off with this yellow. I had a lot of dark on this one right here. So I think what I'm going to do is try to do more yellow on this background. And all you do is you take it and you just run it on your machine. Just color it on there. And it will melt. And it's not ruining the tip. It's just, and I just get a good amount. You can put 2 colors on at the same time. We'll do one and then I'll show you. And I just take it and I run it on here. And see what I'm doing? I'm just heating it up and I'm spreading it. Because what I want is I want it to be in different places. So I've got more yellow on there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, let's use a lighter color again, because this one's really a dark background. We'll put some dark in it. But we're going to use this, oh no, not that one. We're going to use this one right here. It looks more like a skin tone. Use that one. It seems to have a little bit of trash on the end, so I'm just going to clean it off. And I'm just going to, the other thing is if you don't want your colors to mix, you can go ahead and clean this off. It just wipes right off. And I don't care if they mix, but it's very easy to just wipe that off. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to run it on here. More of a peachy cream looking color. Some shavings came off. I'm just moving them around so they'll be melted. And then what I'm going to do is I want to do it around different spots. So I'm coming over here to make sure it gets on the edges. You can see yellow with that. I really like the way it looks. And this is waxy. I'm going to add a little bit more of this peachy color because like I said, I don't want this to be too dark. I really, really, really want this to be a lighter background. So I'm just going to add some more. I am going to add some dark, but the other one has so much dark in it, I want to do a different background on this one. So I'm going to come up here and rub some on here. And then I'm rubbing, making sure I get it all off because I want all of that color on there. So there's that. Now I do have some dark white in there, and the white is fine. That's a lighter background. But I'm going to add a little bit of dark in there. So I'm going to take, let's see which one I want. I think I want this brown, red brown. That's, I don't know if that's the red brown or if this is the red brown. See? Let me just check on this and make sure which color I want, because I wanted that red brown on there. I think this is going to be the dark brown. So let me see if those over to the side. I'm going to use this one because I want this rusty look. And what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to just come around in different spots because I don't want it everywhere. And I want it to be mixed in. Just going to give it just a little bit more. I'm going to put a couple more spots. And like I said, I'm just kind of putting them in different random places because that way it's not all going to be in the same spot. And then I'm going to take it and I'm going to come down this side. Now I'm liking that. And you can see there's two totally different backgrounds. So this, like I said, this is with the glossy scrap book paper, and it seems to work better than it does on this. I do have a piece over to the side, and I will show you. This is on a tag that has not been treated, and it doesn't seem to work as well as it does on here. I really like the effect on this better. This is all brush stroke. It looks very, I don't know how to explain it, but I'm just not liking the back of it. But I did keep it, and I'll use it for something. But these are both of the cards that card backs that I did. So now I can attach this to a card and then start layering things on top and create a card for somebody. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please remember to follow everybody's blog for the YouTube hop over at Scrapbooking with Me Boutique. Remember that to get the secret word, and my secret word is talented. So collect all those words and write them down. Go over, and when you finish watching all of them, type a post over to Edith or Tammy and give them your responses. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I look forward to showing you something later on. Stay tuned for other projects coming to my YouTube channel. And I had a great time visiting with y'all. Bye-bye.